garage and fitted, playing all go, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting what do for a purse. Disgusting what do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the realest can vouch. They thought I was done, but all that out. You gotta play my mix around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't hearing my CD. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah. Salute when you see me.
I'm getting greedy, I blowed up her budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee-deep, I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG, they gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they competed. Salute when you see me.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for their fullback. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They try the left side with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the 50, it's Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On first down, Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A gain of 3, second down. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here we go with Johnson. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Play action, Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Fields. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares, because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there, having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Collins. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to bring him down just past the 15, and a flag down as well. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not great starting field position as well.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Throwing left side, it's complete. He's at the 40. 20. Touchdown, Colts. A big play there. 91 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
They run the counter now on first down. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
From the 50, here's Fields. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Fields. And he comes back with one complete. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Fields. He finds his man complete. It's Manning. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Touchdown! Kyle Pitts hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because those are the types of plays that he provides when he does come alive.
Touchdown, Colts! A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. A play fake, now Fields to throw. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. It got his man. Complete. A big play there for the Raiders.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll bring him back within 4. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, Fields sliding out of the pocket. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there for the Raiders. On first down, Fields dancing to his left. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Raiders. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they're planning to do on offense. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Here's Fields. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They are going for it. Here's Watson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Fields steps away to his left. Touchdown! It's complete. Kyle Pitts, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson off play action. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson.
They'll drop this down to Johnson underneath.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Forced out to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. Watson on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Parsons.
And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way.
He's got a man complete. The 20.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
A big play there. 79 yards.
And the Raiders extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Colts. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. That's caught at the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy,
But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good gain there on first down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's good.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Off of play action, it's Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. they think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.